Now, the other thing is, we talk about heels, right? The general conventional wisdom is that heels are bad for you. And many of us bought into that, as I did. But it turns out, actually, ironically, paradoxically enough, elevating people's heels actually is a pretty good thing for them. And for many people, will actually enhance the unwinding process. And you can test it out like this. So, breathe in and out. She's feeling pretty good, right? We already established that. I'm taking a book about this height. I'm going to use it to approximate heels. You lift your heels up, and is that the right? Here, lift up a second. Good. Flop down. Now breathe in and out.
Feels good.
Audibly, there's more breath coming in, and the more stuck, kyphotic, hunched, bunched, however you want to say it, distorted people are up there, the more important it is to get, the more beneficial, I should say, it is to have the heels on there. Does that mean I have to wear heels? You don't have to do anything. But if you want the process to go faster, you wear some shoes with heels, and we're going to show you about we're putting heel lifts in your otherwise flat shoes, right? It's kind of surprising. And you do this on people, you just test it out, no matter what their belief system is, it actually enhances it. So basically what's going on is that paradoxically, lifting someone's heels actually causes the body from the waist up to come backwards, allowing the body to unwind more easily. Now, with all these things we teach you, whether it's the sitting or the sleeping on towels or this thing, if you're early in this process and you are very twisted up, in addition to being forward, nothing's going to feel really right for you, and nothing's really going to work too right for you until we at least get one or two layers off you. Just be patient. But the large majority of people will feel the difference right away. And it's so simple. It costs nothing to throw up some heel lifts in there. So step away for a second. So here we go. Again, Sophie doesn't even have a pair of shoes that don't work for her anymore. She's, well, I just put it on you. Is this the right size for you? Yeah, something like that. So these are inner soles, pardon me, these are heel lifts that we sell here. Actually, to go back about the inner sole thing, you take out the removable one in your athletic shoe, and you can replace it with some cheap drugstore Dr. Scholl's things. They're okay. They're not going to last long. Spenco, which is a brand, S-P-E-N-C-O, makes a neoprene inner sole that's flat that will outlast several pairs of your shoes. It's almost indestructible. Now, over the years, Spenco, ironically enough, has bought into the inner sole. I mean, the arch support thing, they make all those things too. You can still find, and locally here at one of the stores, Calver's Cottage carries it for me, the flat inner soles that now they cost about $18, but they'll outlast several pairs of shoes, right? So that's the arch support end of that part here. The heel lifts, we have them here. We recommend you getting the kind that we have here because they're short enough and not going to interfere with your arch. You used to be able to get stuff like this in a drugstore 20, 30 years ago, but now they've gotten fancier and fancier. Now they're putting arch supports in it thinking they're helping you. But in this thing, we have them both solid and adjustable. The vast majority of people use all three layers on there. So if you put these on your shoes, obviously that's going to help out any flat pair of shoes. Trust me on this one, or don't trust me, check it out yourself, but I spent a few years without really doing this. Since once I added that, I've got much more energy in the day. Those of you who know me know that I'm on my feet 8 hours a day, 9 hours a day here, and actually I feel great at the end of the day, right? That's most of it. There's one more little piece, which is actually kind of the last thing that was ever added to ABC. And the story of it is, I heard about this thing, which is called a heel chip. And I go, how much difference can that make? And I completely discounted it and didn't even try these things. But after about, I don't know, within a year of them getting introduced, I said, okay, send me a sample, I'll check it out. And we got these things in the office, and they came, and all of us on the staff put them on, and I'll never forget it. We're all like laughing our heads off. I go, oh my God, this is amazing. So this is the third part, which is less important than the other three, but still can make a dramatic difference for people. It's not just taking the arch supports out. It's not just adding the heel lift. But it turns out that most shoes, either over time, they develop a depression in there, a cup where your heel is constantly striking, or in a mistaken attempt to try to help you, some dress shoe manufacturers actually put a little heel cup in there, right? Again, they're thinking they're helping, and usually it's a different color, a different material, make something fancy, over-engineered. And what happens in that case is that it's actually tilting your heel bone backwards. And Marcel, if you want to, I don't have this anatomy book, I don't have a fantastic picture, but your heel bone, and your foot is made up of many bones. The heel bone is far and away the hugest one. And if that's sitting in depression, it tilts the foot back, and it actually causes your shoulders to roll forward. If I do that to myself right now, it's almost like wearing little negative heels, which is kind of the worst thing you can do. So again, I go, how much difference can this thing make? And we put them on, it makes a big difference, especially if your shoe or flip-flop or sandal or dress shoe has a heel cup of any kind, it can make a really big difference. And honestly, Sophie had never tried this before, and yet she found that it did. So this can go, if you're wearing heel lifts, this can go either on top of or underneath the heel lift. It doesn't seem to matter. And then these little simple things, okay? We call them heel chips, sort of like potato chips. Don't try eating these at home, right? And what it's doing, again, it's not about elevating the heel, it's just about tilting it and counteracting any depression in the heel. So a little removable adhesive on there, and maybe you'll be able to see this. Check that out. Okay. Breathe in and out. Let yourself go. I'm going to put these on. Flop down. Good. Flop down. Good. Now breathe in and out. Right. And again, this is on solid. When you do it, if you have shoes that are depressed in that heel cup, it'll make a really big difference on you. And again, if you just think about it, anything you can feel just standing there, multiply it by taking 10 to 20,000 steps every day, it'll make a really huge difference in how well your spine changes over the course of the day, right? So I think that's it. Thanks for your time, and happy healing.